YouTube Tuesday from Barnabas Junction, brought to you in association with the Model Railway YouTube community group, MRYCG, connecting the Model Railway community together. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and YouTube. Just search for MRYCG.
Good evening everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of YouTube Tuesday from a very wet and windy UK crew. Yeah, it's very windy here and you'll probably hear the wind on the camera. It's really windy. It's battering the house and yeah, it's not weather for being outside for certain. So let's have a look who we got in here today already. Very earlier on we had West Coast Railway, Model Railway, Nikolai Hawks, new to the stream, thanks for joining us. Model Railway New, Banfield Road, Viaduct Central, Simo Trains, Leslie Gilpin, Ronald Morat, Jeff Reedman, Dinmore Junction, David Cook, Steve Harper, good evening to you all. Anthony Dodge, the Model Railway Outsider. Lots and lots of Timber Surf, great to see you, not heard from you for a while. Bang Got You Junction, Carl Bronze is here, good evening and thank you for joining us. Who else we got? Chris Job, good evening. Traitors Gate Model Railway, hi. Dave Smith, Elvin Row Home, Engage Model Railway, Tim DJ, Doward, Jacob Model Rail, crikey, I'm trying to catch up with the chat. Middleton Mini Whistles and Junction, congratulations on your 500. Taffvale Railway with Dave Williams, Jeff Hammond, LNER 1946, crikey, trying to keep up with all the chat already, but all been busy. Matthew Whitmore, March West Junction, wow, so many of you. Kevin Shawbridge, Pennington TMD, CXS Wrensville, building the ELR, hello, thanks for joining us. Jacob Railways, good evening to you all. Yes, I've been busy with the TMD and I'll show you that in a little moment because we're going to talk about a little bit of the next work that's going to be taking place on there. Do you like my new top? Eat, Sleep, Model Railways. Repeat. Courtesy of the wife. Thank you very much to the dear wife. Lovely gift. I've got another one and you'll see that one tomorrow night, hopefully. If you want to, check out Sparky 107 tomorrow night because he is going to be interviewing me. Quite nervous about that, but you'll see me other fabulous t-shirts on that show tomorrow. That's 12 PM UK time, so it's 7 PM Eastern for Sparky over in Canada. First of all, I'd like to say a massive thank you to all of those people that are channel supporters. So first of all, I'd like to say a huge thank you to Humanity Junction, the Train Freak, building the ELR step by step, and also latest one, Mike Pringle. Thank you all for being channel support members. Details of everything from their channels, if they have a channel, are in the description of the video down below. And yeah, check them out. Go subscribe, check out the videos, make sure you click their bells also, and enjoy their content. Make sure you watch plenty of their videos. They're all well deserved. Rightio, so it's going to be a little bit of a shortish one today, as it's really noisy up here, and I'm hoping it's not going to be affecting the microphone, but I've got so much to do, so much on at the moment. So I will be doing a few shout outs as always, as promised. I will be showing you what I've been doing and showing you about what I'm going to be moving on to. So, because yes, as it states in the initial thumbnail titles, it's time to start adding some of the scenics and stuff like that to this TMD. So let's get over to that and show you what I mean. Okay. Good evening. I think the crackling has been fixed. Right. I'll just quickly, hopefully it might have done. My web camera, which I'm talking to you on now, I was using an extension cable for the USB, and I don't think it's very good quality cable for streaming this particular camera. So I've actually not used it this time. That's why I'm in a different position. So I've taken that away, and fingers crossed it might have helped it. If not, I have got some software ready to use to attempt another fix, on possible fix. So yeah, fingers crossed that will fix it. If that does fix it, then I don't need to look any further. Who else we got? Chris Hales at Leicester Station TMD. Hello to you, Gary. Who else have we got here? That's not said hello. St Mary's Church Model Railway. Hi. Oh, Steve, Route 7 Railway. Good evening to you. Right. Someone saying clicking. I think the crackling is fixed. Definitely clicking. Okay. No, we got clicking, right, so it's definitely the camera. So I've got some particular software for the camera, and it's all down to the autofocus. So I'll still work on that. Thanks for letting me know. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you briefly some of the products I use for my bushes and stuff and scenics. As you can see, that's what I've been using. I use a lot of the woodland scenics. That one there is the light green foliage. That's FC5, and it's clump foliage, as you can see. And I just break it up in small, bigger pieces whatsoever. We've also, so I've got a number of these. So this one here is the dark green. This is FC59. Again, clump foliage. So there's a big clump there. You have to break it off into the desired pieces. And another one I use is from Woodland Scenics, and I've used quite a lot of this one because I quite like this one. This is the medium green FC58. So that's another one I use. So these are the sort of things I'm going to be using, as well as another couple of products that I've got some time not yet opened, and that's some of the Gauge Master and the lit. This is the Lichin. This is the light green. What's the number? GM164 Lichin. I've not used Lichin much, so I'll be using a little bit of it here. And also I've got the dark green Lichin GM165. So trying to get it in the light there. So some of the few of the things that I'm looking at using. Let's just move them out of the way. So I'm going to take the camera and show you what I've done so far in the since last week. Right, so there we go. I've got you in view of the TMD, and you can see I've got a couple of locos there. That's because I did a bit of a photo shoot with them, and if you haven't seen the photographs, I did post one on the social media for Barnabas Junction. It was what I called a dark wet winter's night, and that's pretty much what it feels like right now. Showing the illumination in the darkness, and in fact I'll turn the lights off now so you get a nighttime shot of the TMD and the yard, and must admit that does look good. Just looking at the top, thank you for the nice shirt, thank you very much. Simo says he had bad internet connection today, just had to reset everything, it's now working fine. Yeah, it'll probably be down to the weather. Highbrook Junction, Al, welcome. Owen's Model Railways, here he is. Hello, I'm not going to be all that active and watching along, but I'm also painting the interior of a 153. Superb. Look forward to seeing photographs in the future of that, Owen. So yeah, that's how it's looking so far. I'll just move the camera a little bit. Now there is one tiny mistake I've made, and I thought it was it's to do with one of these lightings underneath. Now I thought it had blown underneath, so I'll just take you down underneath. Oop. So as you can see underneath, there's the lighting. I thought I'd blown one of them, but both LEDs on, I'll just move the logo out of the way, on that one, as you can see, are not working. I think I've wired them up the wrong way round after taking the resistor off. For both of the LEDs to be out, I think it's down to that, so I've got to have a look at that in the future. But I have to admit, it's turned out really good. So I'll just place the camera back down again, and I'll put the lights back on. Ooh, there we go. So the lights are now back on. So what I'm going to do, I'll just move these locos out of the way so you can get a good overview. So as you might be able to see, I'm not sure how well it's showing on the camera actually, let me just move the camera. I have now put railings, the guard railings, all along the footpath from the top there all the way down. These are scale model scenery, guard railing, and I'll just move the camera back about. I also put them in the centre here, in the front of here to protect here, and just on the edge there. I'm not sure about whether those two will stay there. And I've also gone along the edge here to protect walkers from that. I don't think I'm going to be putting any along here. I did think about maybe putting one at the exit there, but I think I'll leave that open. So I think that's pretty much how it's going to stay. What I need to be now doing is obviously putting some overgrowth, bushes, weeds, that sort of thing, all around the edgings of the railings, all the way along, and also along the inside. Not too much, because obviously it's a well used area, but maybe along this building area here there will be a little bit extra, growing up the walls, things like that, because this is not heavily used here, as this is more of a fire exit area for coming out of the shed. And obviously there will be some weeding between the rails, but not that much, because it's a high, although this is a TMD and a refueling, it's still a high traffic area, so there won't be that much of weed in between. But I do need to also improve on the end section in adding more weeds growing up from these. Now what I have thought about doing is with these, I've got these were from Tory Laser. I've thought about adding these at the back, just to give it a bit of security at the very back end. I'm not 100% certain how. I'd have to take some of this bushing that's already there back, so I can get it to fit in snugly to the base. But we'll see how it goes. One thing also I've done is I had these for a while, and they're not permanently fixed in, they're temporarily there at the moment, and you can see I've got some of these buffer lights. Now obviously there's no buffers there at the moment. I'm going to adapt some of the buffers I have got to make it look like they're there but not take up as much space. Now those are Gauge Master GM56s, buffer lights, pack of 2. Now I will be looking at getting some more of these in the future. They are obviously by Train Tech, purely because I need another one there. I need some more over the other end also, so I'll be looking at trying to get hold of some of those in the very distant future. It's not urgent for them right now. Another thing I've also done, and this is courtesy of Steve Smith of Railway Laser Line, so thank you very much to Steve, is if you remember the windows on the shed, the artificial windows, yes, they are artificial. They are prints, and I explain, if you want to know more in detail about those, check out last week's episodes. He has supplied me the actual window frames that went into the other side. So he supplied me 4 window frames to go over the print, to give them a bit of a 3D look, and I have to admit it has totally finished them off. Really made those windows stand out. They look virtually identical now, obviously apart from being able to see through them. Well, I think this scene is really taking off. These are now secured into place. They are wired up, so they are secured. They can be removed with a little bit of gentle force because they're only secured in with a very mild glue that doesn't create a permanent fix. I've had to put a little tiny bit of mild glue just to stop them popping up, because with them being plastic they do kind of bend and things like that when you're trying to get them in place. They are now fixed into place, and I have finished off the the black painting on the remaining one, sorry, this one, and I've now got to add the pipe work that would be draped around, and the few little extra little bits around the fueling points, as in barrels, crates, that sort of stuff, and that I think will finish off the scene. One other thing I have done is I actually repainted the hard standing from its original colour that I did it in. I felt it was too dark, so I did some more test paints, trying to get a close enough colour to the original area, which I think, although it doesn't match, it does, and it's a massive improvement. And as always, it's been grimed up with the blackness to blend in from the original fuel points. So I think that area has really set it off now and blends in beautifully, and very impressed, very pleased with the outcome so far. So let's give you a bit of a ground shot. So there you go. It's quite a good shot there. Certainly looking the part, beginning to really look the part, and it's nearing completion now, and I look forward to now to getting some of the scenics in. So gently moving the camera a bit so you get both fuel points in. There you go. Really looking lovely. DB cargo, nope. It's DRS. 4 Eagles DRS, as she says there. Yeah, DRS. So yeah, really looking the part. So what I've got to do is just tilt that down, is add the bushes and greenery. However I choose to do it is pretty much slapdash. It will be stick it on, see how it looks. If it looks right, leave it. If it looks rubbish, take it off and start again. But I do think that it's developing just nicely. Another thing I've also done is I've taken the light out that was there, the floodlight that used to be here. I've actually taken that out now. It still works, and I'm now deciding on where I'm going to place that, and I'm thinking maybe somewhere just here at the entrance. I'm thinking something like in the middle there will probably replace its position, but yeah, still in the planning of that. So let's have a look at chat. And there's the train freak. Jason, those windows look incredible. Thank you very much. I'll just give you a better view. So there's a side view of them. Superb. Yes, I do admit that. And also they are painted the same colour as the other side. So I think they've really added an excellent finishing touch. Right, so who else have we got in chat? Let's have a look. Massive 61 of you showing on my screen, maybe a few more in and out. If you haven't already, a few thank you to everybody that has subscribed. If you haven't already, then please do. And if you like the content, also give this video a big thumbs up. And remember to click the bell and select all for receiving notifications of any future videos from here at Barnabas Junction, i.e. the YouTube Tuesday. Now, something else that I want to bring up is I was mentioning last week I went over to the MRYCG group and did a test with this new streaming software that was introduced to me by Vinny and Sparky. Now, when I come to do the final episode of this series, which is going to be episode 15, I've already mentioned that it's going to be a full episode of a Q&A, and it will be. It will be no modelling. It will be all a Q&A session, and I won't be using what I've been using normally. I will be actually using that particular software. Fingers crossed it will work for that Q&A. And what I do is I'm going to invite you as subscribers and viewers to join me live in stream to ask me your Q&A questions. So if you've got some questions already and you're not camera shy, then please you are welcome to join that Q&A live stream with me during that episode 15. So get your thinking caps on and get ready to blast me with a load of questions. So looking through the chat now, David Atkins, good evening, thanks for joining us. Who else have we got? J94, evening to you. Oh no Mulder, I think it's Oh no or Uno. Colbridge Junction, hello, thanks for joining. I've not actually read, I'm just saying hello to the people. I will read through the chat itself in a moment and I'll catch up with what you guys have been saying. Right, so I'm just scrolling back. Yes, I'm going to be mentioning, I've just seen a comment, I'm going to be mentioning that in a moment. I like those buffer lights, but they keep falling over. Yeah, they do. If you can see them, look. If they're not secure, well, there you go. That's what they are. That's all they are. And yeah, if they're not secured in place with a buffer, you're supposed to actually secure them to a buffer, they will fall over. So yeah, it's a bit temperamental, and you do need to have good clean rails for making the good contact for the lights. Just catching, yeah, good talking. So there are some conversations obviously going between people. Just catching Jason, glad to see you okay. Just want to say thanks for the video you did on scale model scenery, platform edges, etc. They are great. Use them on the new Colbridge station. Etc. Regards, Martin. That's brilliant. I really are impressed with that product, and I highly recommend it if someone wants excellent platform edging. It's a brilliant product, and if you want to check out the video I did it in a 2-part episode, and the links are there for where to get hold of your own stock. And I can hear the wife calling one of the cats. Yes, the cats are coming upstairs, so you can't hear them. They're nice. These are the nice, quiet cats, and there's Susu and Trini, my wonderful cats. Right, just catching up. Okay, thank you very much. The windows are fantastic, lovely. Thank you. Just trying to see if there's anyone's got anything to mention. Depot's looking fantastic. It's from March West Junction TMV. Thank you very much. Yes, it's a lot of the conversations going on about what I'm going to be talking next. Train Freak says he's already got his question lined up. Now, is that a question for tomorrow on Sparky or a question for my Q&A? Yes, these lights are Westall Wagon Works 6-foot fluorescent tubing batten lighting kits, and they are superbly priced for what you get, but I will have to say they are extremely fiddly. They are difficult if you haven't got a steady hand. I did struggle, but with perseverance, I think the outcome, what you get at the end, the end product, is amazing. They do what they are supposed to do. They look fantastic. They are fiddly. They're very fragile, but they are superb. And I do know, and I can let you know a little bit of a secret, there is a version 2 in development, in testing at the moment, to make them a little bit less fiddly. So stay posted with Westall Wagon Works on those coming in the future. Still not receiving all notifications. No, that's something that's an issue currently with YouTube. I'm not getting the notifications. Yes, that is an issue. Any cats invaded Barnabas Junction? Actually, funny you should say that. Yes, there has. And it's a bit of a family joke that goes on really now. One of my cats, my pure black cat, when he was a youngest kitten, when we first got him, he took a fancy to actually climbing up the loft ladders, and so that ladders were down at one point. Now, who's asked this question actually? Simo Trains, MRS, and we didn't know where he disappeared to until we heard some of this meowing, and it was like, where's that? Where's the cat? He'd actually got up into the loft. Now, this is before it was anything like it is now. It was when it was first laid. And talking of that, I will be showing a video maybe tomorrow, or if not in the Q&A episode, of the very first video ever recorded of trains running up here in the loft. So stay posted for that. Anyway, going back to the cat, there's a level crossing over on the far side of the layout, and that's always been there since I first laid track. Has always liked its position, and this cat has got a very big favouriteness of plastic. It loves plastic lids. You can give it any toy in the world, but if you give it a plastic lid, it's absolutely ecstatic. And the traffic light posts are obviously plastic. The Hornby traffic lights level crossings, railway level crossings. And he took a fancy to them, and he ripped it off its post, and was found downstairs in my living room with it in his mouth, meowing, yarling, with his little prize for daddy. So yes, the cat has ventured up here. We have had other cats randomly come up here, but not doing anything as such, just coming up and just to have a nice lie down on the carpet. But yeah, one particular, the first cat that really came up here, took a fancy to my Hornby level crossing lights. So there you go, it's a little bit of an old story for you. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I want to go on about there's a bit of a conversation obviously going about a subject that's been been announced. Now, first of all, if anybody says, I've got to get this off my chest, if anybody says they have been personally sent this information to announce, they are actually lying. This information was sent out to every single person that is on the Rails of Sheffield newsletter email address, and was sent out at 5 PM this evening. Everybody got it, so it was not sent out uniquely to anybody. And yes, that is this information. This is an announcement, a major announcement from Rails of Sheffield, and I'm going to read it out because it needs to be read out, so it's recorded. But as you'll notice, it's the same statement that people may say they've been specially sent it themselves, but they haven't. So, dear valued customer, we regret to inform you that after over 35 years of trading with Hornby, with immediate effect, so that was at 5 PM tonight, we are unable to fulfill any orders for forthcoming release or out of stock Hornby products with Rails of Sheffield. Therefore, over the coming days, we will be cancelling all pre-orders and informing customers personally. We apologise unreservedly for the inconvenience this will cause. We would like to make it clear that this only affects Hornby products that are on pre-order or currently showing as out of stock with Rails of Sheffield. All other extensive range of brands from all other manufacturers and what etc are unaffected by this announcement, and that was sent out by everybody on the Rails of Sheffield newsletter, and it came from the managing director of Rails of Sheffield, John Barber. If you don't believe me, there's the email that was sent out. We'll try and get it to show. There's the lights. So as you can see, value customer, there it is for you all to read. So it's nothing special sent out to anyone special. It's been sent out to everybody who receives the Rails of Sheffield newsletters. So speculations on what's gone on. Personally, I think it's due to the recent events of the allocation of stock to manufacturers. I think that's personally what I think it is, but that you can't judge me on that. You can't say that is it, but I do think that's what a lot of it is to play for. I think that's what a lot of the issue is. Whether it be that or not, I don't know. But there's obviously some issues. We know that there was issues with Hattons and Batman. We all can speculate on what actually happened there. But this is kind of like same kind of announcement, I suppose, but with a different manufacturer, which is obviously Hornby. What will come of it, we don't know. Unfortunately, all those people that did have pre-orders will undoubtedly have them now. Anything with Rails of Sheffield cancelled. Whether if you've got pre-orders with other stockists, then they'll probably remain. Well, they should remain unaffected, but unless they get them themselves through Rails. But it's an interesting subject that I suppose will be number one of topic in the current hobby climate. So we're going to have a look. I'm just going to have a look at what people are thinking and saying in the chat. So this is obviously completely. I was completely unaware of this myself until receiving this at 5 PM today. So yeah, what are people? What's your opinion in the chat, chaps? What do you think? We can only speculate. We haven't got any proof of what exactly is going on. So let's have a look. Yes, 5 PM today. So Morland's saying he got his also at 5 PM today. Yes, it went out to everybody that's on the mailing list. So yeah, it does seem strange. Jason, my Hornby pre-order with Hattons got cancelled last week. Again, that could be due to the allocation of certain stock. I know there's been an issue over allowing over pre-ordering compared to the actual allocated stock to the distributor. That's where I think this leads to, but it's just, say, it's a speculation, but it seems a bit of a coincidence, I suppose. Had the hush hush on pre-order with them, now races to find elsewhere. Yes, and that's something a lot of people are going to have an issue with now, because a lot of distributors will have already allocated their pre-allocated stock. So now moving elsewhere will find that there might not be any available of the allocated stock. So it will be a factor of going back to Hornby themselves. Maybe it's looking at something towards Hornby, maybe trying to bring sales more in-house. I'm not sure. I can't really comment on the real reasons, because I do not know the real reasons. Morland saying he got his Rails pre-order today. Lucky me. And was that a Hornby pre-order by any chance?
Well said, Jason. I did see a video today saying they had the news beforehand, but was told not to read it out until 5 o'clock. Well, there's a possibility they may have heard the news, because they have. I do know a person you're on about, actually, and they do. I do know they have a bit of an association, a close association with rails themselves, but legally would have been embargoed on whether they could actually say anything, because the official announcement was not made until 5 p.m. But to say that they had been given that information before 5 p.m. Yeah, they shouldn't have really said that, in my opinion. But that's up to them. It's nothing. It's not for me to comment on. Yes, Jason, it was a Hornby product, so very lucky on you. I thought things were odd 2 weeks ago, as I pre-ordered the Hornby Centenary Terrier back in January from Rails, but had to chase Rails as other stockists had them in stock a week earlier. Well, that could be down to the allocation of stock again, like I say. So it seems to be, it's a bit of a coincidence, I suppose. I think it will get sorted out. Yes, I do think it will get sorted out in time. I agree on that, Gary. So, David Atkins saying, I've got some Hornby on pre-order from a Canadian supplier. I wonder how that will work out. Well, it all depends on where that Canadian supplier themselves are getting their stock. If it's direct from Hornby, there shouldn't be an issue. But if they're getting it via another stockist here, maybe in the UK, and if maybe that was Rails, then that could turn out to be a bit of an issue. I'd recommend checking it out, David. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you quickly. I'm not going to do loads. I'm just going to show quickly a little bit about how I do some of my the bushes and bit. So I'm getting some of this foliage, and I'm literally, I don't know if you can see on the camera, I'm just literally getting it and just breaking it up into littleish pieces. I'm not going to do it more. Obviously there will be some biggish pieces as well, but it does come highly compressed, this foliage does, and you do have to break it off. So what I usually do, it'd be interesting to know what sort of adhesive you use as well yourselves. I use a factor of quite a few different things. A lot of the time I'll use PVA, just like what you do with the ballast, but some of the time, depending on where and what I'm doing, if it's not in an area where it's going to be high use, I'll use standard Yoo-hoo or Bostik glues that you can get, because it's very, very runny. It doesn't penetrate through the foliage. It's what I would only use as the bonding to the environment that you're sticking them to. I would then later on, once that's pretty much set, use a PVA water mix and soak what I've stuck down, very much exactly what I've done elsewhere already by using this. So like I say, I'm not going to use them, but I'm only going to do a tiny section. So what we'll do is I'm just going to get this, I'm just going to gently just put a little bit along this edge here. Now obviously you don't want to be putting massive amounts, because you know, in this kind of area I'm not going to be putting much. The biggest issue with this is it's like leaves stringy little bits. So let's just turn to there. So I've just put a really tiny beading of this glue, and we've obviously got the 3 different ones. Now it's a high area of use, it's not going to be massively weeded up or anything, and they're going to be very dirty-ish, not very well grown weeds, but at the same time still grown. So I'm just going to get, I've got some here, this is like literally tiniest piece like that. I would literally just get that on there and just push it into the glue, so it soaks it into the glue. It might not look much, but already that one tiniest piece is making it work. Now I wouldn't go putting lots of the same colour all in the same area. So you'd change it around, you'd put little bits here, little bits there, you'd mix it up, literally little tiniest pieces. And if you thought the colour didn't work, you could literally just get a pair of tweezers or something to just take it off. Now what did I just put there? Medium green. That was a medium green. I really do like the medium and the light green, but I'm going to be using a lot of different things. So literally it's just like that. And we want it to smooth above the wall. So we want it to grow up the wall as well. So you can see it's just slightly creeping up, and we'll just get little bits like this. And also we don't want it highly clumped, so we stretch it out, and we'll put a bit up against that pillar there, so we get it so it looks like it's creeping up the wall. A few little blobs there, a little bit here, a little bit there, little fluffy bushes. Back to the old Bob Ross again, and we just literally press that down and then rough it up in the glue. Now what we'll do is I'll be adding a bit of PVA just to give it some bonding to stick it down properly. We just need a little bit of glue on that wall, so actually I'll just get that, just take that away because it's not sticking too well. So we'll just get a little bit too much there, way too much. That's the thing, when it comes out, it keeps coming out. And what I can do there is I'll smear that glue along. There we go. Get a bit of tissue. Okay, so let's get a little bit of the darker here now. Now this darker stuff is a lot more rougher, I think, so it does struggle to break up into smaller pieces. So I'm going to just put a little bit of the darker stuff there, literally just a tad, and get all the little bits and push them in as well, and get a little bit of the light. It's quite a overgrown section of that path there, I think. A little bit more of the light green up against that wall, just so it grows up that wall a bit. And over the time of me doing these sort of bushes and stuff, I found that you should never put too much on. I have in the past done that. I have put too much on, and then it looks a bit of a mess, a bit of a bit thrown in kind of thing. So I'm thinking that's about enough there. Say it's an industrial area, so I don't want to be putting too much. Well, let's take you in for a closer look at just that little tiny area that I've done. So give me a moment while I adjust the camera. There we go. So yeah, just that small amount there. It's just enough to give it a bit of character, and I think that's plenty. And let's say I'll carry that on. I'll carry it on down on that wall. Obviously along that shed wall there will be a lot more there, as that is very unused, and I'll have it like an ivy climbing up the wall as well. So let me throwing you around everywhere, sorry. Oh, there we go. So let me get my iPad, put it there so I'm not staring down, I'm looking at the camera. Let's have a look what people are saying. Harrison O-gauge layout, yes, the Terrier issue. Yes, I am aware that although that was going on, there were other things going in the background before them announcements. So it's a bit tit for tat kind of thing. But we don't know without knowing without being part of the scenario. We won't know properly. Yes, strange with Rails and Hornby. Oh, we've got someone at Redshed 66077. Class 40 out today. Wonderful sight and sound. Yes, I do believe Rachel caught it and took a picture of it at Winsford this afternoon. Yes, you just said there. Charlie Brooks South East. Wow, blast from the past. Sometimes mistakes end up looking good. Yeah, indeed they do. Good point. Less is more. Mistakes always can turn out looking superb. I've made many mistakes in my time on this layout. So yeah, that's a good point, that is. I just need to get a drink. The drink is my usual Coke today. So I'm going to state to you all now. Now I have, because there's some I didn't mention last week's. But there's many of you that I've not done shout outs for yet, and to be honest, I need to go back through my episodes because I'm losing track of those. No, it's not Pink Hooch Train Freak. It's Coke Zero today. I've run out of cans of the Pink Hooch. I'm on. I've got bottles of it now. I've gone and lost track of everybody I've done doing shout outs for. And let me just have a look, because there was one there. Right, I'm just going through. I know of one that I've not yet mentioned. Oh, there's a moth. It's just landed in front of me. I'm just going through because I do store here in a list, but it's not a written list, unfortunately. I keep forgetting where I'm up to with shout outs. So what I want you to do is, yeah, it's going back and back and back and back and back. Shout out that I'll do that I didn't get round to doing last week is King Fox Junction. I'm not sure it has been in the chat before now, but I'd like to mention King Fox Junction. What I'm going to do is I'm going to post the link into the chat. I haven't prepared my actual moderators today. Let me have a look. There we go. So just turn that. So first one. There we go. There's the link. King Fox Junction. Let me go back to them actually. Where is it? King Fox Junction. Now it's a great channel, but he's actually putting the modelling on hold. He announced in his latest videos. He only has 93 subscribers, 94 actually now. He's not been going too long, so he does need a little bit of assistance. Again, make sure when you do subscribe, you check out videos of his. Watch some of his videos that are on there. There's only a few, so it's nothing spectacular to worry about. You haven't got to sit there for hours watching through his videos. Oh, well, I've just come off it. Hang on. Let me find it again. King Fox Junction. There we go. There he is. So yeah, King Fox Junction. Oh, 95, yes indeed, Chris. If we can get him to 100, and when you do watch his videos, just tell him you're subscribing due to hearing about him here on the YouTube Tuesday from Barnabas Junction. And let's see if we can get him to the 100. And I'm sure, even though he's put the King Fox Junction layout on hold, he'll appreciate a few more subscribers. Now, while you're doing that, what I want to talk about, mention, is those of you that have not yet had a mention. I need your help. I need your help in letting me know that you would like a shout out here on this YouTube Tuesday series. Bear in mind, this is episode 13 right now, and I have said episode 15 will be the Q&As. There will be shout outs, but it'll be involved in the Q&A, because basically if you come and join me in the Q&A, you'll be getting the shout out as well, because you'll be highlighted as being in the stream. Yes, ignore nasty comments. They're just irrelevant. Just delete them. Take no notice of them. Delete it. It's your channel. You control what gets said. Jason, King Fox Junction has said he's putting things on hold due to nasty comments. Well, let's see some nice comments from all of us, the community, people like that leave nasty comments. They're not members of the hobby, and they shouldn't. There's trolls everywhere, and the best thing to do is ignore them, because if you don't ignore them, then they get bigger heads. And so yeah, just ignore them, move on. They'll go to obviously somewhere else. They'll get bored of getting ignored, and they'll move on. So take no notice of them whatsoever. I've been trolled. I still get trolled to this day, but I couldn't care less. My channel, my videos, my layout, trolls not going to affect them. Angel Shore Whiskey Distillery, Double O Gauge, hi, good evening to you. David Atkins, I archived the really nasty ones and blocked the channel they come from. Yes, I say you're in control of your channel, so just block them. Delete and block. When you block somebody from your channel, this is just a quick update, any comments that they've made on your channel, also, they vanish. Because when you're blocking them, you're removing. They don't vanish for them, but they vanish from public view. So they will disappear. So if you don't like somebody, just block them. Simple as that. Let's have a look. What's he on now? 97, 3 more, and he will be on his first milestone of 100. So it'll be great to show, even though he's on hold, he's getting subscribers. Give him the support he needs, because we all need the support, whether you're a well-known channel or whether you're a newcomer to the hobby. It doesn't matter. We all support each other. The trolls are usually people who are jealous of what you've achieved and feel better about themselves by making derogatory comments, so the best is to ignore. Totally agree. Just subbed, that's from Taff, that's Dave. He's on 98, 2 more, and we'll have hit the milestone for that, so that's super duper. So again, I'm going to mention also, if you haven't already, please, we have the channel members, the ones that have chosen to support the channel via the channel memberships. Thank you to the 4 of you already that have taken the step to support this channel. Literally, it's pence, but it all counts up. Remember, I am planning to all the funding after YouTube have taken their cut to put all that funding from all the shout outs, from the super chats and the channel memberships. I'm going to be putting that together, pooling it together to buy 2 prizes, one in 00 or 00HO and one in N gauge or N scale, whichever you want to call it, for the commencement of Series 3 I'm looking at. We'll see how that pan out. So yeah, so thank you very much to everybody that already has. I'm just going to go to my list again, and where are we? There we go. So if I go to, I close that and bring that up. So the channel supporting members are as follows. Humanity Junction, that's Heath, who did his very first live stream last week, and an absolute cracking job that he did. Highly recommend that he does more. It'll be brilliant. So if I can get, if it will allow me, I don't want to open it. Well, back up. Is it going to allow me to copy that? No, it's just going to open it up. open it in YouTube. Oh, it's playing around now. Oh, what's going on? It's deciding to play funny. There we go. Right, share, copy to clipboard. There we go. So let's go back to that and let's bring the chat up. So this one is Humanity Junction. There's the link for him. Thank you very much for being a channel supporter. We've also got, now the links for these are actually in the video description. If anyone wants to click on them that way, you're welcome to. When it decides to do something, it's not doing it. There we go. Again, we'll get that. And Train Freak, you're the next one. Thank you very much, Train Freak, for being a channel supporter. You've just done a superb job with your brilliant gamer bingo for your 200 subscribers. Well done to you, and well done to the winner. So there's Train Freak, and there are two others. Yes, building the LER step by step. You're welcome, Train Freak. That one to show. Share. Copy to clipboard. Back to the video. Back to the chat. ELR. And there's the link for that one. So a huge thank you to you three. There is another one. It's Mike Pringle. I've not put the channel link in for him just yet, but I will get that one ready for the future. So a huge thank you to the four of you for taking the interest in supporting the show and supporting the channel. It's highly appreciated. It's obviously it's not required. It's totally at your discretion, but thank you very much to those that have done. Okay, Dinmore Junction. Jason, I'm not sure if the shout outs are only for railway modelling, but if any chance you can give Rail Ale Rob a mention. His videos are line side. Yes, it doesn't matter. It's all about railways. It's all about railways on YouTube, model or real. Doesn't really matter. So yeah, there you go. If you can get a link for me for that, I would quite happily have one. If anyone or any of the current mods can find me the link for that and post it, that would be highly appreciated. 158 Productions, Class 158 Productions. Good evening to you. Thank you. It is so windy in my car. Oh, you're in a caravan, Jacob. Yeah, I bet it's raining. It's very windy here. I reckon the winds are going to peak at about 11 PM tonight. We've had gusts here in excess of 50 mile an hour already. Anyone know if Dapple will produce 2 more TPE 68s? Yes, they are set to do it. They are taking pre-orders for that, and I do believe that I think Hattons have actually stopped taking pre-orders because they've had that many. I don't know if that's the truth. I could be wrong, but you can still pre-order with no deposit directly with Dapple themselves. Take care, Steve. Stay safe, mate. Take care of yourself. What am I doing here now? Right, we're going back to King Fox Junction. Let's have a look. 100 subscribers. Well done to all of you. Make sure you watch the videos and I say comment to say you're subscribed. You're just hearing about him here on Barnabas Junction's YouTube Tuesday. What was that there? Route 7 Railway. Stupid question. How do I support your channel? Literally, it's either by a super chat, which is there in the chat directly, or you can click on the join button on the channel page and you can choose a level of support that you want to do. They're only literally pence. It's just literally, I think 99p, I think it is, something like that, and that covers you to support for a week. And instead of getting white as a standard viewer,
blue as a moderator, you get the green name, and you get to use the Barnabas Junction little icon next to your name as supporting this channel, just for 99p for a whole month. Ah, there we go. Jeff Reedman has put the link in. Thank you very much. What is TPE? It is Trans-Pennine Express Railways. Just search for TPE or Trans-Pennine Express. It's operated by First Group, and it's the Northern Rail section of the UK rail, not the UK, of the England railways, like between Manchester, Leeds, up to the north of Newcastle, that sort of area. We do get a little bit of the occasional TPE operations down into Crewe, but we'll probably see a few more of it in the future. Working on the layout, still doing the slab pass. Crikey, it must be going on forever. Will they ever be finished? Thank you very much. We'll do that. We'll have to trade in my two ScotRail 68006 and 007s, as they are back in the DRS pool. Cheers for the info on that. Yes, just go to the Dapol site and you can pre-order at, there's no charge for pre-ordering. No deposit required from what I believe. Thanks Model Railway Andy for subbing. Make sure you watch a video or two and comment so YouTube don't kick you off. Yes, now I have actually noticed I had a drop of YouTube kicked off, I think 15 subscribers off my channel last week. Fortunately, I've recouped them, but yes, they did kick out about 15 subscribers off my channel. No idea who they are or who they were, should I say, but hopefully they've either come back or they will come back in the future. But then all those that do subscribe to me, it's highly appreciated. Okie dokie. TP also operates into Glasgow at Edinburgh. Yes, it goes up northwards, but the border is around the Manchester way, Derby. I think they go down to about Derby. I'm not sure, to be honest. I do know they do the Manchester, Liverpool, Manchester, Leeds. They do that band. I hope to get something running on the layout in 2 weeks. Train Freak saying my YouTube studio and channel page has been showing different sub numbers for the past couple of weeks. Yeah, that's because one thing updates every 7 days, one updates every 48 hours, there's another one that updates every 24 hours, and then there's one that updates within minutes. I can never remember which one does what, but you can, I think it's, if I go to, just shut that down, if I go to my YouTube studio on my phone, that will actually show a different number on my YouTube studio on my iPad, or it will show a different number on my YouTube studio on my laptop. It depends. It all depends on when the app updates, when the software updates, and when YouTube decides to update things, and out what the frequency of those updates are. They also do to Redcar east of Middlesbrough, yeah, because that's the eastern side. Evening, John Dawson. Just popping in for a quick break from work. True that West Coast. I've lost 4 subs, Dave Williams says. Taff Vale, yes, but what you might find is them 4 subs might return in a few days, plus a few extra. Yes, indeed they do. There's a load of modelers have brought to attention really recently, especially over notifications. It's a big issue at the moment. They seem to have broken it, and a lot of people are not getting notifications of new uploads of videos and things like that. Good evening, Arthur Humphreys. Thanks for popping in. Happy's Day, but they will return. Yeah, they will return. Like I say, you might see some that will drop off and then more will appear. It's just the fluctuations in their systems that we all know that they're not brilliant. They need to do some fixing of things. So what we're looking at now, just over an hour we've been going. Yeah, they stopped sending email notifications for new videos on the 13th of August. Yeah, I do get the notifications pop up on the top of my screen a lot.
I get them a lot, but I only get some on my iPad. I don't get any on my laptop, nothing. I get a lot on my phone, but not all of them. It's a bit odd. It's still missing a lot. But yeah, the email notifications. I had an issue some time ago with email notifications where I wasn't getting any, and then all of a sudden I was getting them constantly, and again I'm not getting them again. So yeah, they do keep fixing. And here we go, King Fox Junction. Here he is. He's probably wondering what all the mass subscribers are about. We've just been you have been to one of tonight's YouTube Tuesday Model Railway shout outs. So welcome to the channel, King Fox. Thank you for joining us, and I hope you'll enjoy the new subscribers to your channel, courtesy of myself. Leslie Gilpin saying he had a copyright warning now for using no copyright music because it sounded like a proper tune. Just appeal it. It'll probably be a spam copyright request. There's a lot of that going about as well, so don't worry. Last week when I showed Anthony Dodge's video, I got a copyright warning for Supertramp's record that was associated with that parody that he did. So unfortunately, I think I had to mute the music. I don't know if it did mute it, to be honest. I've not checked actually. The music got muted, but I think it's this is another thing with live streams that really grinds my goat. If you are doing a live stream like this and we've got the live chat, if you have to do any editing to that live stream after it's been processed and it's officially gone out, if you edit it, as in trim a little bit of tiny bit of the video or mute anything that's in it, you lose the chat, the live chat. I don't know why. It's stupid. It's never any. I've had to do it a couple of times, and it's very, it makes me angry, and it's frustrating without actually taking it down and re-uploading it without the music. It's daft. It's daft. It's just some of them things that YouTube really annoy us with. Another subject to mention is a lot of channels being saying goodbye, basically. We had Jason, and because I can't access his channel, I can't remember his full title of his channel, but one of the chap that was building an incredible layout, and he was vlogging the whole process with some great footage and great videos. Unfortunately, he has decided to hang up his YouTube chair, tie, coat, jacket, whatever you want to call it, and has terminated his YouTube channel, purely down to the way YouTube is doing things at the moment. It's really frustrating. They are throwing so much ads into people's channels without even giving, because at the end of the day, these channels, although it's hosted on YouTube, that's it. Jason Wood, that was correct. He's still around, but only as a watcher now. Great. Right, so he must be using it on a personal profile, watching stuff. But his actual channel, his Model Railway channel, he's deleted it. It's gone, which is so unfortunate. I hope he downloaded his videos beforehand, so he had them for personal reference. But yeah, because of everything that's going on, it's really getting frustrating for a lot of people, and it's sad to see that so many Model Railway channels go to the demise of pulling the plug and leaving YouTube. But I can understand why. I've nearly done it myself a few times. I know I've got some ads on mine, and this introduction that YouTube brought, this mid-roll ads, where no matter if you had to opt out of them being there, they automatically slapped it all over my videos, mid-roll ads. I hate mid-roll ads, and it took me a while to find out how to get rid of them. YouTube
said they were putting them on, and if I didn't want them on, I had to take them off. Well, at the end of the day, they're my videos, they're my vlogs. If I want something on them, it's my choice. So YouTube putting them on without my permission is, in my opinion, diabolical. It shouldn't be done. They should be asking me, well, they should be telling me this service is available. If you would like it, it's available to put on. Well, I wouldn't have put it on. I hate mid-roll ads. I'll be honest, videos with mid-roll ads, I kind of stay away from. If I'm watching a video, especially even if it's a model railway video, if I'm enjoying that video and all of a sudden I get blasted out with this mid-roll ad, I will actually stop watching the video. I'll turn it off, and even some instances I've even unsubscribed from the channel. I hate them that much, and I will not put them in my videos. I hate them. I have now found how to get rid of them completely, and they will not feature unless YouTube secretly try and switch the feature back on again. Apologies for anybody that's seen any mid-roll ads from my channel. You hopefully shouldn't see them anymore. King Fox Junction, thank you very much. Wife is still in hospital. She's still feeling a bit rough. We'll send her our love, and I hope she gets well soon. I heard from yesterday on another live stream that YouTube are punishing people if they remove the mid-roll ads. YouTube will punish anybody that does not promote YouTube. YouTube will punish your channel if you are not gaining them revenue. If you take I've contemplated this recently again, as I've done it many times, is I've taken off completely all my ad revenue, ads off my channel, because it's detesting me. For what revenue I earn as a creator is not much. It is very little. It's literally pence per day, if that. And it's not worth my hassle to chase after YouTube's mess ups. I am doing these as helping others or vlogging my model railway work. If YouTube, Google want to profiteer from my stuff, it will be on my say so. But if they are punishing YouTubers for not promoting them, then it's the end of the road for YouTube, because the only people that are going to benefit are the people with millions of subscribers. Us little folk of less than probably 1 million subscribers, 100,000, whatever numbers you want to call it, we're only little tiny fish in the sea. So if you've got 30,000, if you've got 50,000 subscribers, you're only a little fry in the sea. You're a little tiny tadpole in the pond. You're nothing special. It's just a number. You are a video. How can I put? You are a video promotion service for making YouTube and Google money. That is purely all it is. It's all about money. So us sharing our stuff is making them money. But if we turn the ads off, they don't make money, so they will not promote your channel. So that makes it the creator's job to promote the channel, and that's what I am looking at going more towards. I feel I've done enough promoting as it is, and it does work. So I'm contemplating at the moment turning off all ad revenues from my channel. Whether I'll still be able to have super chats and any channel membership will be a different matter, because there's a chance if you turn the ad revenue off, you turn all that off, which fine, if I have to I will do, but I will let you guys know prior to that.
Jason Wood is still around, yeah. Just catching up on the chat now. When is the competition? The competition that I'm going to be running on here will be in Series 3. There's only 2 more episodes of this series left. That's next week's and the week after's. Yeah. Hi Jason, it's Barnabas. I hope you're well. I'm not bad. I am well. Thank you very much, Jackie. I finished the 153. It's not perfect, but it's better. Well, if you're happy with it, Owen, then it's excellent. I thought about closing my channel down sometimes. I've done that many times as well, David. In fact, I did. You can just another thing. If you're going to delete your channel, don't delete it. YouTube did add a new feature some time ago. You can turn your channel off completely to make it looks like it's been deleted, but it's not been deleted. You can actually, it's what's called make your channel invisible. Nobody can find it. Nobody can see the videos, even if they click on the links. If you're feeling that way, fine, but make your channel invisible first and have a think about it. Don't rush into it. If you can, get a downloaded copy of all your videos if you haven't got a backup of them, and you can do that before even just clicking the delete button, because that delete button is permanent. You lose everything, absolutely everything. I'm the same, Jason. Mid-roll ads and the end videos. I end the videos to watch. I hope you don't mind me mentioning I will be giving away a £15 SMS voucher when I reach 500 subscribers. Once again, I hope you don't mind. Owen, no, I don't mind, and I wish you all the best in getting up to 500 subscribers. It's highly generous of you, totally unrequired, but highly generous of you. So good luck, Owen. Please post a link for your channel, and if you've got the chance, post some random links of other channels here in the chat, please. You need to hit over 25k subs before it's worth switching on. Rightio. 75, I want more. That's Jacob. Dave say they wouldn't afford the price Jason would charge to put ads on his videos. Yeah, if YouTube want to put some ads on my videos once I switch them off, it's going to be £25 per second. Thank you very much, YouTube. And then I can buy lots of great prizes for you guys. They wouldn't, going to pop off now. Everyone, good night, Growler. Thanks for joining us. Good night, stay safe. Oh, Growler is named Ewan. Oh, thank you. Blackwood, engaged saying stay safe. Already sub to Jacob. Night, Growler. Is there another form of channel that can be used? That's something I've thought about, and it's not something I've got the technology to, or the brains to develop, but there are lots of video channel things out there. There are some that have tried to challenge against YouTube. They've not really taken off. At the end of the day, to be successful and to be able to fund servers, they're all going to put ads on. Because putting videos on like this takes up so much server space. You've got to pay it. I don't know what YouTube's servers are, but I can imagine they are gigantic. They're trillion, billion gigabytes of hard drive space on their servers. They must be huge. I feel like quitting the whole hobby sometimes. Don't quit the hobby just purely because of YouTube. I just decided to delete a lot of old videos as I want to start afresh. Don't delete them Don't delete them. Make them unpublished. I know of one bigger channel that has almost stopped producing videos, but he is producing posts instead. Yeah, that's a lot. I think it's a lot how it's going to go. Need to run everyone. No problem, John. David Atkins will go through that West Coast. Good night, John. Yeah. Thank you, Owen. There you go. He's posted a link for his channel. Check him out. Hi, John. Random channel selection is Moreland. That's the first link from Owen. Thank you very much, Owen. I can't put my channel link in, please. My laptop and phone. Yeah, you need to be. You've got to be a moderator to do it. What I will doing as well for the Q&A, I'm going to be switching on so that everybody can post their channel links into the chat. I think that's what I'm going to do, because as well as having the Q&A, we're going to have it's going to be a mass shout out. Everyone's going to shout themselves out. Sorry everyone, gotta go. Great stream, Jason. Bye. Thank you very much, TMD Pennington. Angel saying I'm brand new to YouTube also. Our comments, yeah, comments are far behind. I'm trying to catch up. I'm just about caught up. Sorry. Lee's giving a hammer away at 300 subs. West Coast Model Railway. There are 3 warehouses that house the YouTube servers and all of Google's stuff too. Wow. Right, so we've been going, I did say it's going to be quite a short one. It's shorter than the usual 2 hours. It's coming up to the 1 hour 20. So we're going to bring this to a bit of a wraps now. So what I would like you to do is start posting how many subscribers you do currently have. And what I would like everybody to do is later on, after the chat, the chat replay has saved and become available for you guys to rewatch, is view back, quickly scan through. You don't need to watch the videos. Scan through all the chat. Check out each other. Route 7 Railway, thank you very much. Do you know what? I can't do a Sparky. I haven't got any wings or anything like that. What could I do for? It's nothing I can do. Oh, Steve, that's so generous of you. Thank you very much. Yeah, carry on posting. Let me see how many subscribers you got. So West Coast Model Railway's got 154. In fact, I need to go back a bit more. Leicester TMD 443, Timbersurf 283, West Coast Model Railway 154, Owens 483, so he's only 17 away. Moreland Model Railway, Andy 313, March West 470, Anfield 240, that's growing great. Train Freak 232, Taff is on 93, get him up to those 100s. Sumo Trains 156, Jacob, Leslie Gilpin 212, Jacob 75, Elven Home Engage Model Railway 2029, nearly there. Traitors Gate 151, Angels Share Whiskey Distillery 00 Gauge 29. That's one channel that really does need some subscribers. Sumo 57, great class there, 57, boom. You also need some shouting out. Model Railway Noob, you need some shouting out at 124. Jacob also. Dinmore Junction Jason, thanks for another enjoyable evening. Catch you all next week. And shout out for Rail L Bob with only 14 subs. That needs to get up there. Chris Hales 117. That was great after getting him over his 100 subs a couple of weeks ago, I think it was, or last week. David Atkins 796. Need to get you up to 800, Dave. Chris Jubbs on 20. Oh, we need to do something about that, Chris Jubb. Matthew Whitmore is on 179. Need to get you up to at least 200. However many, it's not enough. That's from Jeff. It could get 100 subs before September. That would be amazing. St Mary's Model Railway is saying that he's got 280. King Fox Junction to 103. Crikey, that has gone up. Woohoo, he says. That would be a cherry on the cake for the channel. Jeff Hammond is on 137. I remember getting you over your 100, Jeff. Many Western Junction, well done, King Fox. Another random selection is Chris Jubb. There's his channel link. Thank you very much, Owen. Yes, Chris was rubbed in it ever since you gave him that shout out. MC Metro is on 243. Good evening to you. So another 5. We'll take it up to the 130 mark, and then we'll say our good nights to you all. So I know it's not very much of the layout to show you here on the channel today. Indeed, I will carry on. Its temperatures are dropping. Also, it is getting colder in this loft. Again, do you like me? Do you like my t-shirt? Eat, sleep, model railway, repeat. Love this, lovely. It's very comfortable as well. Many thank you to the wife for this wonderful prize. I have got another one. And talking of another one, if you want to hear more about myself here at Barnabas Junction, I will be on the Sparky's 107. I will be on his Meet the Live Streamer show tomorrow from 12 PM UK time. That's 7 PM Eastern of where he is. And I'll be on there in a live bit of a Q&A. Few questions. One of the cats is meowing. That's big fat Ginger Tom Tigger. I will be on there live tomorrow with others, and there may be a little bit of a competition being drawn, not by Sparky but by somebody else. So make sure you're tuned into that. Maybe you are already involved in that competition, but fingers crossed. That's not guaranteed. It may be coming up. So you're going to be tired Thursday morning. I won't be too bad. I usually watch Sparky's show every week anyway, so it'd be nothing different from the usual. So let's take a look. So everyone's saying good evening, stay safe, and good night. Owen's getting off now. I've got to go. Brilliant evening. Thank you very much, Owen. And thank you very much for your work there. And again, thank you for those channel members and the super chat from Route 7 Railways, Stephen. If Route 7 Railways channel link was posted in, that would be absolutely superb. Leicester Station TMD. Gary, thank you for a great stream again, Jason. Take care all and stay well. Kind regards, Gary of Leicester TMD and Station Gasglass 58. 00 gauge model railway. Good night to Jason and Rachel and everyone else that take care. Chris Jubb, thanks. Leslie Gilpin and MC Metro. I'll be on the Sparky show tomorrow. Yes. Yeah, again from 12. And not next week's episode of YouTube Tuesday, episode 14, but episode 15 will be a massive Q&A show. So get your questions. There will be a few questions on the Sparky show tomorrow. But get your thinking caps on, and let's see what your questions will be. And don't forget, I will be using the software, not the OBS software which we're using for all this shenanigans around me. We'll be using the interview software for that Q&A. So I will invite you to come and join me live on this episode 15, the final episode of Series 2 on I think it's September the 15th. I can't remember, but not next week, the week after, of YouTube Tuesday. Come and join me live on the screen and maybe tell us a bit about your model railway as well. So catching up with chat. So there we go. That's it for this week. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you for joining me. I highly appreciate your company. Thank you for being a subscriber and taking the time to come and join me for these each week. It's getting a bit tiring right now. These live streams can be a bit strenuous at times, but I do love them, and I love speaking with you guys. It's been brilliant. So thank you again. Take care, everybody. I do look forward to next week, and I really am looking forward to the following week. But don't forget, tomorrow here on Sparky 107 YouTube channel, you'll find me 12 PM UK time. So yeah, I'll need my sleeping bag. Take care, everybody. Speak to you again soon. Bye for now. Stay safe, stay well, and remember, keep on modelling.